Welcome back, everyone, and let's play Rule the Waves as the United States at war with the British. This is episode number 27, by the way. I just checked because I wanted to see what the last episode I got out was, what I was doing in it. So, as I said, we're at war with the British. This should be like, in quote-unquote, the end game enemy, but as we're already starting to see, it's hard to get anyone to fight you when you're the United States, and it's especially if it's, well, I mean, I guess it's full stop, just as the United States, but especially as the war or the time period goes further on, the United States is a little weaker in the 1900s, the 1910s. 1920s were already pretty powerful, and like the AI isn't, I don't think, smart enough to factor this in, but we are kind of a fierce opponent. You wouldn't want to sally forth your relatively quality less dreadnought fleet, as I understand it, from the British. You can see, like, look at this. We dropped down to the first, I'm just going to guess 16 or so dreadnoughts. Let's make that 17 or 18. All under 30,000 tons. They have only a very few. They're even building one which is 30,000 tons. Don't really understand that. But we don't have the design of that. We have the design of the HOW, which is a 15-inch guns. I mean, 11.5 belt, that's good, but 27 knots, my God, what the heck are you thinking? Ugh. You're embarrassing yourself. That's like an HMS Hood, really. It's way too fast for it to be a dreadnought. Anyway, the really scary class that we might run into has 16-inch guns. 8 16-inch guns, 12-inch belt, 29 knots. So you can see that a lot of the 44,000 tons is going into this 29 knots. And 12-inch belt. Actually, this is pretty surprising. So what they did is they sacrificed... I like this configuration, by the way, because in my opinion... well, not my opinion, but my impression of the British ships, they have all kinds of gun types. I mean, you can look at like the Queen Elizabeth, you can look at the Nelsons. Those have more guns. You have, I think, most of them, British ships, though, that I fit in my brain have this dual gun configuration. That's kind of how I view them. Like Germans, I view more triple gun configuration. Maybe this is bordering more into World War II territory, because they did have a lot of people were using only dual gun configurations around the World War I time frame. But anyway, that's, I don't know. I like seeing British with only the dual gun configurations. It's very British, if you ask me. So, okay, not very American. Americans like guns in their turrets, and I like that. That's definitely why we are designing 3. And although I don't think quadruple turrets, quadruple guns per turret, I don't know the physics behind all of this. What's the trade-off? Triple seems fine. The fact that nobody ever did quintuple, 5 guns, or at least nobody seriously did quintuple. Maybe somebody did at some point. I actually remember the quadruple turret, the secondaries. Somebody, I think it was the United States even had them. Anyway, let's go on to the next turn. We'll buy this. No, yes, we'll buy it. Oh, they want to buy it. Well, sure, it's our trusted allies, the Germans, which is weird to say right after we went to war with them, but that's just how it is. So we actually sank a light cruiser. It's interesting. Yeah, sank 4 more ships, lost 2 subs. And we're invading Bermuda. Now, this could be another, and I suspect it is, unfortunately, with small battle size, another battle. I don't know. Okay, they could decline. I was going to say, if we are going to accept it, and we probably get another fire mission, and somebody has pointed out correctly that, I mean, not correctly, I haven't tested it, but I assume correctly, and wisely, or helpfully, that you can actually choose to bombard a different coastal installation, and if you destroy it, yes. Yes. No! Okay. They're going to decline, but okay, fine. I totally lost my train of thought. I completely lost my train of thought. Like, completely blank. Normally, you kind of lose your train of thought. It's gone. It's wiped. Maybe it'll come back to us in a second. Please don't end. Yes. Please don't end. We want to do something with our fleets. Oh my gosh. This submarine has killed our Philippines. Holy cow. And this is always amusing to me that minesweepers are being sunk by mines in our territory. Okay, we'll accept as always. They're declining. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is good. Wow, and this is a fleet battle. Let me tell you. The Yosemites are off the line. They're ready. They're in. Cannot believe we lost the Philippines. My goodness. They're like the oldest of our... I mean, here they are. They're like the oldest of our dreadnoughts, but still... Gosh, 13, 14-inch guns. No, that's not even true. We have the von Steuben's out there as well. So, this is an amazing opportunity for us. We're fighting right outside of Boston. Pretty cold waters. The great thing... We can run home to port. Not really sure what this submarine's doing. Found his little harbor. Really feels like... That's kind of like when I see this, I imagine like a security guard finding a side little place to take a nap rather than actually do their job. It's kind of what that guy reminds me of. Okay, they're coming in. Let's actually take a moment to figure out what we want to do with this situation now. Okay, so we have 2 lines of Yosemites, which is definitely going to be the powerhouse. They actually lack 1 gun, 12 to 13, but 15 inches to 14 inches swings the like gunnage, gunnage instead of tonnage. The firepower advantage in favor of our battle cruisers, even though they are a little bit lighter on armor. Good turrets, good deck. So if we keep this at range, we have a very big advantage because we don't hopefully have to use much of our belt. We prefer to use our... What are you? Yeah, we would definitely prefer to use our deck armor, which I've made pretty strong. Okay, so I'm going to let these guys on their own. Do I want to do that? No, I think not. We have the Bennies. These should be the old ones. Yeah. What? What is the Benny class even doing in the game? I'm a little surprised these guys didn't get shipped off. Well, this is their moment to shine. This is going to be maybe their only action. Let's get them into the charge into the fight. They probably won't even get into the main thing. Okay, so let's start collapsing fleets down to their preferred configuration, which for me is line ahead, always. Start getting our battle cruisers up to speed. We'll form a battle line shortly. This is going to be a long battle. I'm sure this is going to be a multi-parter. Oh wow, we have the Freedom over here as well. These Yosemite classes, I'm so happy. I'm really happy to see them. Okay. Now this is not the main fleet, almost surely. This is just their scouting light cruisers. No, I'm sure it isn't. What we want to do is... If we want to get our dreadnoughts in, we probably should go a little bit slower with these guys by time. We're so close though, it doesn't matter. Let's go full steam ahead. I'm gonna control everyone. Okay, there's some shells being fired. The first in what I presume will be a very big battle. What I hope will be a very big battle. We've been waiting, right? Alright. Oh my gosh. The Pegasus class is being bombarded by a lot of 15-inch shells. So I don't really want to turn. I'd rather let the enemy come to me, but I don't want to lose contact. I guess we won't lose contact as long as we have the other light cruiser in range. Not sure what the Downs is doing, but fair enough. What is the Pegasus class? 28 knots. So we actually can keep up with it. I'm going to form battle line right away. Better to do it now, I think, than to wait. BC Freedom, you need to rein in as well. What are the other destroyers that we have? Everyone is a Benny class? Like, what's going on here? I don't mind losing the Benny class. I mean, we're going to lose them, right? They're destroyers and Tortuga's Navy. They're dead. But I don't mind losing them anyway because I'd rather get either invader classes, which are cheaper, more strategic, and that's really what these Bennies are, kind of useless strategic destroyers. They cost more than the invaders and are also older. So they're bad. We need to... It's time for them to take an early retirement, which is what this charge into the wild is going to be. I hope. Another Benny class. Okay, so you will also be presented with a very... what would be the way of saying it? Mandatory early retirement or a very aggressive early retirement plan. Huh, the Arcadia is a core ship. It's unusual. Anyways, we're still pursuing. We have... These might be... Oh, these are the New Havens. These are what I thought the Bennies were. I was actually okay with that, but I don't mind saving the New Havens, to put it that way. Okay, we hit them once. That's good. That one. Oh no. What time is it? Midday. Okay, so we have a little bit of time. Not a lot, but a little bit. Probably what will happen is we'll close, and then right as we close, that's exactly when night will fall, and then it'll become torpedo carnage, and you know who knows how that'll go, but that's okay. We're starting to hit these too. We're hitting both of them. Just waiting to find the British fleet, and this is really cool because they are blockading us. And I've been following the Rule the Waves 2 stuff on the forum. I was thinking about doing maybe a video on that, even just kind of like my own opinion of how things are going, and I'm a little concerned about some things about the development. Like, I'm not sure that they're paying any attention to bug squashing at all. That this game already has plenty of bugs, and they're just going to introduce more. So I have some concerns, but one of the things I saw there is them talking about how, okay, we sighted an unknown ship to the north. Please, no, not to the north. I was trying to save the Cunninghams. Okay. About face. Forward march. That might be a different fleet. I have no idea what that is. But it could be the main fleet. In which case our Philippines class will definitely get some action. Yeah, so anyways, they were talking about how it's normal for, in World War I, it was really hard to get two fleets to fight because always the smaller fleet was protecting itself. Completely different issue in World War II, which leads us to believe that maybe if the fleets had even size... Excuse me. Yeah, and I don't know why I'm... so it's not even late. But anyways, maybe if the German Navy was more comparable to the British, we would have seen more fights. I'm not sure if we would have seen more fleet fights, but we probably... I mean, yeah, actually, I do think we would have seen more fleet fights. So I don't think that World War I was like the tactics of the time was for everyone to avoid the biggest. It was just because the Germans were significantly outnumbered. Okay, I'm seeing 2 ships in a row. Who should check this out? You guys have a speed of 29. That's pretty good. You also have a speed of 29. Send my Paul Jones. Yes, exactly. The Paul Jones will be my scouty. And that is probably it. Okay, so turn these guys around. In fact, turn them around this way. And let's get the battle lines forming up. I wish we could identify it, but 3 ships sailing straight in a row like that, it's probably at worst. I mean, at least 3 battlecruisers, and it could be the Dreadnought fleet, which wouldn't be that threatening based on what we've seen. This Pegasus, man, is just getting shot to pieces. Okay, let's have these guys go over and make sure this Pegasus class doesn't deal with our New Havens. And now it's just a rush. Who can get to the target? Oh, these are battlecruisers. Okay, yep, that's what I thought. So let's get our destroyers out of the way. I mean, honestly, it's kind of, I feel a little bit weird pulling these out of the way. It's exactly the situation you want, but at the very least, we don't want to use them this quickly. Okay, Freedom. Turn this way. You guys are the correct class to go and pursue. We'll fan out left and right. So just start spreading. We don't know which way they're going to go yet. And they are definitely going to be our focus. Okay, good. We're ready. Bring it on. These guys are like bats out of hell. We probably want to pin them in to force them to the west. Okay, we're getting some identifications. It's the Indefatigable, the biggest ship in the game right now. I mean, we have a bigger one being built, but I don't think... What are you? 40,000, yeah. So this is the biggest ship in the world right now. The biggest active in-service ship in the world. I'm guessing. We could do a little bit of a quick peek at the other ships. 40,000. So they have the largest, 44. France has a... What the hell's up with France? Oh, we beat the snot out of them, so I think that they're suffering. They also have... It's not still in building, though. Japan unlikely to have... Oh, they do! They do have a 44,000, so it's 100 tons lighter. That's probably why the British built the 44,100 tons, just so it was the biggest. And yeah, Italy's also. So yeah, it's the biggest ship in the world. We have the bigger ones being built. The Ticonderoga by 1,000 tons. So this is a behemoth. Now luckily she's paired with some other ships. What? Are also huge. Oh my gosh, this is suddenly a very concerning fight. Okay, that's okay. It's going to be a challenge. This will be a challenge. So let's get very serious about forming up a real battle line. Very serious about it, because now it's a very big concern. We have to be doing everything right. Okay, you guys just full speed ahead. And you guys, last bastion, you're going to cut kind of like north to tow in behind the Ohio. So wave 1 and wave 2. My god, they're already hitting us. Freedom has its turret disabled. Well, the Freedom out of all the ships is in a league of its own. So I'm kind of okay with that. I can pull her off, and luckily we're very close to Boston. So we should be able to limp any injured ships home. They're in torpedo range. I wonder if it's worth firing. Cover your ears. Yeah, let's do it. Just to mess up the AI a little bit. And because I don't think that these ships are going to live very long. Like a single hit and they're totally done for. But yeah, I mean, this is a perfect situation, right? Fire away. You guys are slowing down, so we can put you back on the line in a second. All right. We're launching more torpedoes. Let's specifically encourage it. Okay. And now we're swapping shells as well. We hit the indefatigable 15-inch, but a 16-inch has now hit our freedom. Well, it's interesting. Another hit. Fire has started. Also another hit on the indefatigable. This is pretty brutal. 27 inches, 27 knots versus 28. So we are faster than them, which is nice. Okay. Get you guys to spin. I think we want you to spin this way actually, and let's go to 30. You guys head straight at them. Arcadia is going to pull back a little bit. We definitely want to force them. Yeah, and this is nice. It's nice to see all these torpedoes being launched. They actually hit the Chauncey. Okay. Do we have any torpedoes left? Yeah, but it's only on the other side, I believe. Yeah, so we only have the starboard side. Correct. Not maybe the same with these guys. Yeah, so these, you guys can fire torpedoes. Fire at the lead ship, definitely. Friendly ships, okay. The Perry is complaining about the Paul Jones, but maybe the Chauncey, especially now that she's been hit. She also has friendly ship in line of fire. Okay, certainly the Dale will be able to fire. I don't see how you think that that's true. The algorithm for this is just clearly messed up. But that's okay. We'll live with those constraints, assuming that the AI also somehow has to suffer this penalty. I want to see one other thing. Is the sea zone limited? No. So why are you guys going so slow? Go up to 29, just like the Freedom. Because the Freedom's passing them, and I want them to be in front. Okay, this is interesting, though. They are turning in towards us. Can you guys fire yet? Let's try to pull the Paul Jones off, like hardcore. We're still hitting the... Okay, good. That's fun. Our other ships are chasing them down, which is what I want. Okay, Arcadia. Let's pull north with you. Let's launch some torpedoes now. I assume it's fine. Are you kidding me? Okay, Paul Jones, just get the hell out of the way. Perry, straighten up a little bit more north so that hopefully that goes away. Okay, surely now. And they're launching torpedoes on their own. Unknown ship as battlecruiser. Okay, yeah, there's more. There's more to this story, that's for sure. We're going to do a little precise movement pattern with these guys. We're not going to look, and we're going to assume that they know how to zigzag through each other perfectly, which I don't think you would attempt, but we'll pretend anyway. Get these guys back up. Get the Freedom back up to squad max now as well, as our battle line is starting to form. And you guys should be launching torpedoes, as many as you can, at the lead ship. I still think is the best target here. Maybe this one. No. How do you think? How do you figure? Oh, I guess if they kept going straight. I can tell you that that is not the correct trajectory. Ah, the St. Joseph is taking a beating. Indefatigable's really lighting them up. Okay, so this is it. Battle lines are formed. Battlecruiser versus battlecruiser. We have the superior number. They have the superior quality. Well, they have the superior size. Quality, I guess, is yet to be determined. Okay. Do you guys have any torpedoes left? You have 3. Now is probably about the right time. Yes. No. Give me something where they're obviously going to go. Yes. That is what I want. Dale probably can't fire this side. Yeah. Okay, good. Well, you guys are doing what I wanted you to do, which is harass. Now just go ahead and head north and maybe take some pot shots at this, the 2 destroyers. Let's find out what these ships are. Surely they're dreadnoughts, but let's find out which ones exactly. Gonna slow the Iroquois down to 27 so that her compadres can catch up. Okay, there we go. It's amazing how accurate they were being, considering, because this is only 26 knots, which means we should have a vast superiority in terms of speed. Okay, so yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. Yes, detacher. Okay, so 3 hits on the Indefatigable. St. Joseph is seeking vengeance for her earlier hits. And which one, by the way? Yep, the lead. Who's actually gotten no flash fires. We'd love to see a flash fire or 2, but 2 on the Europa. She's still going strong. Good lord. Oh no, okay, the Europa is the really, really, really devastating one. The Inconstant was the bad one. And they are definitely dispelling some damage, or inflicting some damage. A 5-inch gun, that's not really what we want. Okay, well, keep going. Ah, here we go. Mars class. What are we up against here? That's more like it, as in that's much easier for us to kill. Now, this was an excellent turn still. Okay, 5, let's forget that one. Europa took 2 15-inch hits. Indefatigable. Still the lead, taking 2 15-inch hits. The lead also taking another 15-inch hit. 5-inch we're going to ignore. And, okay, basically nothing else happened. But that was a really good turn for us, as you can see. They're actually turning away. Let's pursue directly. Chauncey is sinking. Yeah, well, you guys are doomed from the beginning. I think I already told you, but... Iroquois, by the way, how are you doing? I haven't really... You've only taken 1 hit. Okay, good. And you look at that. Look at all those guns swinging. 7 of them. They can attack on one side. The Inconstant is definitely taking a lot of damage. I hope that's slowing down them in general. The further we can push them left or west, that'd be great. Ah, it's finally happening. The big fleet battle. We were hoping it would, and they sallied out to meet us. We did seek them in Northern Europe several times, but... Oh, the Bulwark class. What is this? A little bit better. 12-inch guns. We're not going to be too bothered by 12-inch guns. Although having 12 12-inch guns is probably still better than only having 6 13-inch guns. Yeah, it also depends on the quality. Also depends on the quality of the ship. But we're identifying more ships over here. This could be another set of dreadnoughts. It is. So our battlecruisers are soon going to wander into a pretty big pile of ships. Mostly dreadnoughts. Gonna get you guys to stop being in screen mode just because it's getting confusing. And what kind of ships are you guys? New Havens. Okay, so you guys are also good candidates for launching into the attack. We'll get that to happen. Just make them form up. Actually, I might want to spin you off to help the Arcadia, which could be left by herself if we're not careful about positioning. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to be what happens. They're going to spin and form up behind these battlecruisers. Our dreadnoughts probably have to just head nose on, which means they'll give up any kind of accuracy. I mean, they'll give up any kind of ability to shoot right now. That's okay. Okay, Inconstant, Indefatigable, 6-inch, not much. And you know, that Europa is a bit slow. Wait, don't fire until you can see the whites of their eyes. I forgot about the Dale and the Perry. They're just definitely going toward their doom now. But let's try to spin them and see if they can get off a torpedo first. If they can, well, that'd be fantastic. Paul Jones, believe it or not, still has a torpedo left. We'll kind of leave her dangling outside. We can draw her back in if we need a torpedo at some point. Very unlikely that we need one ship to come back just to fire a torpedo, but just in case. And only real event of consequence, wow, almost hit with one of these torpedoes, is the Europa taking more damage, and she is definitely suffered some damage. 9.5-inch belt, 2.5-inch deck. That's probably the key. 3 on the indefatigable, and now we know why I feel very comfortable with 3.5. Even though we're out-tunned, we out-deck them. Perry's sinking next. Not surprising. Dale does not appear to be responding to hails or flag waves or whatever communication. So what do? Do we ride this out? Okay, good. The Perry's actually acting as a sponge for more damage. The Bulwark class is being hit by our Providence. Nice. Weird that the Providence is our ship. I mean, it's a fine name, but it's definitely a British name. It's an acceptable name for the Americans too, but much more in the style of the way the British name their ships. So yeah, 2 hits on, is it the same Bulwark? It is not. But still, they're hits nonetheless. And we prefer hits over no hits, so. And now, nice, our light cruisers are starting to focus on their destroyers and stuff like that, and it looks like we actually hit that one. You're right, okay, good. And it was the Great Lakes, yeah, exactly. The support ships are actually acting as supports, which is great. Now, the McDonough did take some hits. Let's relinquish these don't fire at all commands. Okay, that was a good turn because nothing happened. McDonough near miss, but she escaped. 2 more hits on the Inconstant. Her damage, by the way, is going to be good, hopefully to slow down the rest of the fleet. Are they turning tail? No, they're steaming south. Ooh, Nelly. This is going to be a fight. I'm really liking the way this is shaping up already. Okay, what are you? 32, get in there. You are Cunningham, so you'll pursue the battlecruisers. We'll get you to catch up with them. You guys just might as well go in. Some unidentified ships over here. This is curious. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, ×2, but they have another fleet over here. So get the hell away, Iroquois. If that's really a battlecruiser, how does this is the weirdest fleet configuration. They have like, is this all one fleet and this is their scout fleet? I don't really understand it. Anyway, let's see what happened. The Mars was hit by a torpedo. Who was that from? I'm going to presume it was the Dale, because I might as well just guess. If we rewind the footage, which I cannot do, but you can, could actually find out probably who that was sent from, but might even be their own ships. No, I don't think so. I don't think the AI, can the AI actually hit their own ships? I've never seen it happen. So we have the Illustrious in here, 20,000, Bulwark 25, Mars 18,000. Really low quality ships, which was already a remark on the earlier videos. The Howe class is actually something worth noting, 41,000. It looks like they have like this binary cut off. This step function in between low, like 20,000, and then 40,000. I haven't seen, they have no 30,000 ton ships. It's like either really new or terribly old. Okay, now you, no, the Benny's been detached. Okay, that's strange. I didn't think that would happen. You're not really angled well, so I don't think that any of these will work, but let's look at like the Inconstant. Oh, actually, in fact, you have a high chance of hitting. Well, go ahead and fire that one. And I will have you guys fire at the other ones. Like, if you have a shot on the Indefatigable, the lead Indefatigable, or either of them, really, but this one especially, it's going to put things right back into the line of path of the other ones. I don't think this is a possibility yet. Okay, that's... I'm just looking at where the blue is. Where does the blue go? Okay, I like that a lot. Ah, that's the same one, though. That one's a little bit too far to the right. No solution. No solution. Okay. Let's wait a turn. We'll get better solutions in a second. Dreadnoughts are really rolling up quickly on this. Actually, the battlecruisers probably need to shift left. Pivot west. And maybe we have to do like a whole battlefield turn. We're still doing damage to this inconstant. And they're turning north, so that's going to basically nullify our idea to turn west ourselves. Okay, so you guys start launching everything. Fire everything! And actually, it's pretty much time for me to call this video to a close already. Believe it or not. It's got to be a quick one today, but we'll get it out hopefully quickly as well. I don't see the angle you're firing at. So I'm going to fire and just leave it as a mystery where that one goes. Yes. Ooh, maybe not. No. Yes. Let's do that. Well, let's look at the other options first, of course, but that I really liked. One, it's a little too high. Oh, that one is better. Yep, that one's better. Is it? So it's going to hit right about this bullseye. A little bit further forward. Let's take the one further forward. Okay. We're launching some torpedoes, just having some fun, guessing where things might be. We'll see how good I would have done as a captain, or really it's not the captain who's determining the exact firing angle and all that, but okay, get you guys to start. No, you need to charge in. Okay. And we gotta see, is this really a battlecruiser? I think it is too. Get out of there! Lots of torpedoes being launched. I like it. Perry has sunk. Dale has actually managed to turn himself around in such a way that he can actually fire his last torpedo. He already has. What a hero. As our slow march goes on with the battlecruisers, pull the Paul Jones north. Looks like the battle's shifting north, so we'll try to take her with us. And you guys are going in. Let's have you head north as well. Okay, one more. Got some good launches there, looks like. This indefatigable is kind of broken off from the pack. Tennessee has taken a hit. Turret was destroyed. Thankfully, it's one of our cross-deck firing ones. And not a great turn for us, only one hit on the Mars class. Another one from one of our battle cruisers. But very soon here, I got to call this video to a close. I'm kind of teasing out when it's going to end, but just to remind you, it could happen at any moment. So I'm gonna start giving the wrap up here. I think that this is an interesting start. I don't know what will happen as things develop, but I'm pretty happy with the way things have gone so far. I think we're ahead in terms of damage. Even landing one hit as far as torpedoes go on a Mars class somewhere. I don't remember which one, unfortunately, at this point. Might have been this one. In fact, this one has a destroyed turret. It's probably this one. We'll have to kind of chase those down, but we're close to port. I mean, the home field advantage is, it's not everything. It's not even very much, but it is something. And it's especially something come the end of the battle, when you want to save some wounded ships. So we'll see how this goes. I'm really happy we're in a fleet battle. Hooray. So until the next episode where we continue our battle, thanks for watching and take care.